Hi everyone, I'm back after a lengthy break. Today we're going to look at how to make blue eyes bluer. You can start by choosing the colour. You can even go for a contrasting colour like fuchsia / raspberry, or go with a more tonal effect with the cornflower blue that I'm currently wearing. Obviously, be looking at makeup as well. We'll start off with skincare. So I'll use the Cetaphil Daily Defense SPF 50 cream. Excuse me, the lighting's going a bit odd. And here we go. And remember, I have a Q&A coming up. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more content as well. It just protects my skin from the sun and helps to prime it a bit more. At the same time, even though I'm using makeup primer as well. And in this particular lighting in Mum's car, it's very good for my features. You can actually see them more clearly as opposed to being in the house where the lighting is a bit shocking, to say the least. I'm actually doing this video in portrait today because A, I forgot to put it onto landscape, and B, the reason I just made up in my head is that landscape is unflattering in the sense of I don't feel like I'm looking directly at you, and I feel like my eyes just are looking everywhere but the camera. So that's why I'm using the portrait instead of landscape. I know that there are some out there who prefer it in landscape. However, I sometimes feel like I'm not doing videos justice by feeling like I'm not looking at the camera. So for this video, we'll experiment with portrait. Just massage this into the skin, really prepare it for the primer that's about to go on. Next is the Revolution Skin Hydrate Primer, and it contains hyaluronic acid, moisturizes and hydrates. I think I might need to buy some more of this soon. It's starting to run out. Yeah, it's so flattering doing the recording in the car, especially since I have a soft white coming from the garage door. It's a soft white reflection from the garage door, and that's really helping my image in particular because I need cool colours, but I also need softer colours. So that also needs to be projected from the lighting that's around me in order for me to look my best on camera and in person, because it's not just the colours that you wear and the makeup that you apply, it's also about the kind of lighting that you're in when it comes to your colour season that can impact your image, as well as the background that you use. So those things are very important as well. Everything that surrounds you can affect your image. That's something that I think a lot of people don't take into consideration when it comes to having their colours analysed, whilst at the same time wanting to look their best. I think sometimes that is an overlooked fact, that the colours that surround you, as well as the lighting that is projected onto you, should also be in your colours or something more like your colours as much as possible. If you have a warm undertone that's also bright, then a more golden light or creamy light will be best for you. And I think if you have a cool and bright colour in, then having something that's more pure optic white as a lighting will also bring out the brightness of your features more. I'll just show you what I mean by turning the camera around, switching the camera, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about the soft white reflection from the garage door. Hold on. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Sorry, the focus keeps going off. The lighting from that is the light that is reflecting onto me, as well as the windows around me. I'll switch the camera back. Okay, hopefully now you get the idea of what it is. It's also the matter of the windows here and here that also give me this soft lighting. I think that's why this lighting in particular in cars is so glowy in my context, because it's not a highly contrasted lighting and it allows me to shine. I think that's why sometimes selfie lights can fail for me, because I need a softer light and I need it to be surrounded, particularly for this camera. I think this camera can really emphasize shadows, and since I need a lower contrast in colours, it can really emphasize shadows on my face with this particular camera. I don't know if any of you have had that trouble before. But anyway, let's start putting the coverage on. This is Revolution Super Dewy Skin Tint, SPF 30, UVA and UVB protection in the shade Fair Neutral Cool. This is a sheer dewy coverage, and it's my favourite tinted moisturiser and coverage to wear. And since I never tan, I can wear this shade pretty much all year round. Unlike Mam, who has now gone 3 shades darker during the summer, because Mam actually sunbathes, whereas I don't, because I want my skin to be so youthful throughout my life. Just blend this in. I do have a tiny spot here because I have been run down, and I think it was due to the heat, which is why I haven't been recording, actually, because the heat has been excruciating. So doing makeup videos in that particular heat, it's just unthinkable. It would just run down my face because, quite frankly, in that particular weather, I sweat so easily, like a fountain. So it's pointless doing that when it's just going to melt off anyway and be a complete mess, even whilst recording the video. Just a little bit more on the nose, because some of this is leaking out of the tube once again. See, this is one way to make your eyes look more blue, is to use a bit of coverage if needed, because then the focus will go right here and won't be drawn to any imperfections that are more visible without coverage. And I find that when the weather's lighter, from the summer, that's when the lighting is really flattering. Here is an example of me without makeup on during very flattering lighting during the summer from the sunshine. During the winter where there's hardly any light, that's when I struggle to record because the lighting is so unflattering during that time of year, and you can't see how blue my eyes are, for instance. So I do find it easier to record videos in this particular time of year for that reason in particular. But then again, it gets hot sometimes, and that's when it becomes more difficult. So there is that to consider. Okay, so next I'll apply blusher and highlight. This is the e.l.f. Sheer For It blush tint in the shade Pink Positive, which is like a strawberry rosy pink, great for cool skin tones. We just do this one as well because I forgot this one earlier. And when I say that it was hot, I'm talking 30 degrees Celsius. And if you're someone like me who sweats easily in the sun when wearing makeup especially, that is very hot. So it just wasn't able to happen. Just go from the outer corners of the eyes up the cheekbones to the temples on both sides. Just gives a lovely colour back to my cheeks and help to make my eyes pop. Just make sure it's all blended seamlessly. Next up is the Revolution Liquid Highlighter in the tint Liquid Luminous Lunar. Just need one drop on both sides because a little goes a long way to give that dewy moonlit glow. If you have a cool undertone, make sure that the highlighter is moonlit, and if you have a warm undertone, make sure that the highlight is sunlit. Moonlit is silver, sunlit is golden. Just a bit of eyeshadow or something here. Maybe a bit more. Better to start small and build up as needed, as opposed to using too much from the beginning. Okay, so that's the coverage done so far. Let's take a look at eye makeup. I'm going to use the Primark PS Kohl eyeliner that's metallic in the shade Cornflower. That's what I would call it. Just going to apply this best as possible without the mirror because it's blocking the camera. Go right to the inner corners because my eyes are wide set. Just check the mirror. Okay, next I will apply Lorac 120 Summer eyeshadow tones. Well, not all of them obviously, but I'm going to take a neutral for the transition shade and a darker colour to apply here, just to open up my eyes a bit more because the eyeliner on its own isn't enough. So now I'll use the pink beige here as the transition shade. Just apply that to the eyelids. On both sides. Because I feel like without the eyeshadow, the eyeliner can close up the eye without some colour here to emphasize the fact that my eyes are more open than this. And use the French Navy here. As you can see, it opens my eyes up more. Just go on the crease with this eyeshadow. It's better. Just need to check the mirror. Okay, next is the e.l.f. Big Mood Black Mascara. This will just help to emphasize my eyes more because I have a cool undertone. That's close to the winter palette. I can wear black mascara, but if you have if you're in the softer part of the summer palette or you have a warm undertone, go for brown mascara. If you have a warm undertone, go for a warm brown mascara where possible. And if you have a cool undertone and you're a summer, generally speaking, go for a more ashy brown or pinky brown. Sorry, the lighting's kind of made the camera a bit faded. Hold on. Okay, so this is how it looks with the mascara on now. Now I'll use some lipstick before I apply some concealer to tidy up the eye makeup. Just lightly apply this because it's a red lipstick and I don't want to go too bold with the lipstick, but at the same time I don't want my lip colour to be washed out by the coverage that was used earlier. Now I will apply some tinted moisturiser as concealer, actually, just under my eyes, just to clean up the eye makeup. Just check the mirror, make sure it's all applied properly. And that's it. And for the last step, I'll use the Studio London by Superdrug You Dew You Setting Mist Lightweight Dewy Fix Spray. I've moved the camera in more because the sunlight was glaring on the camera earlier. Lovely. just going to apply some sun protection to my ears actually, because I forgot about that earlier. And that is the end of the video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, hype, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my content, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Good night.